Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, January 26th. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of SPY, IWM, triple Qs. And the video is late tonight because we had a gentleman from a company called Sentiment, which is in the cryptocurrency space, do a great about 75-minute presentation on what his company has to offer as far as all the information they have on all the different cryptocurrencies and a lot of things for people who don't understand crypto that will make it a lot clearer. So I want to thank Brian from Sentiment, and if you want to check them out, it's SANTIMENT, and check out what they offer. And if you have an interest in joining up, they're actually giving a discount with the discount code of Camelback for 25% off for the first month. So if you have an interest, check that out. Now, what happened in our markets today? Well, we started out doing what I thought the market would do, which was to stop the one-time framing down in the daily and come into balance, which we did very early on in A period, as we took out both Monday and Tuesday's high and got into Friday's range. We had price vacuums on both sides of the market, which I said would give very good odds of having some tremendous price moves, especially once the Fed came out. Once the Fed did come out, the market rallied to a high in J period, as you can see. Now, the problem I have is they didn't raise rates, and the market just went, took out the day's high in J, almost took out the day's low, and then we finally took out in K. But where the market really took its downturn is late in his press conference, or not late, but certainly not early in the press conference, when he made the comment, Powell, that over the next 7 meetings, if they feel it's the right thing to do, they'll raise rates all 7 times. So I kind of put the market on edge a little bit as we all went and made new lows. We all went out with trend days down. SPY did take back L single prints, but they still end up with one set in K for a double distribution day. Both Russell and triple Qs go out with 2 sets of single prints. SPY and Russell with 10 wide. Now that's a nuance. We got 10 wide, and we could have gone down. I told the room $300, and that point of control was not going to move down. So that is something to keep in mind as we go forward. That even though price went down pretty good, there's no way we could lower the POC anymore. So definitely something to keep an eye on. Had a good day, and I did one trade after G period. Okay? A lot of people, the FOMO that people get on days like today is totally unfounded because we're traders, not gamblers. And for the most part, especially J period, you were gambling because the market had no idea what it wanted to do. At least in K and L and M, it did get finally a direction. But even then, with the press conference going on, I wanted no part of it. I took one play, and it was a long play against yesterday's value low and ease low, which I got paid on, immediately. Actually, it happened right around when the press conference was over. Actually nailed the low of the day. Too bad I didn't hold it for more than 80 cents. But still, that's the only play I took against a visual area. Yeah, it looks easy. You could have just jumped on a short, and that's all well and good. But when he's in the middle of a press conference, where anything he says could be determined one way or the other, especially when the market's getting hit pretty good, they could rally at $4 or $5 in a heartbeat. No problem missing it. Early in the day, I was long in A period. We had higher value, and I took a long with the 438 calls and then the 437 calls. What I didn't expect was for no, that was A. A was fine with the 438 and 437 calls. B period, I got more fortunate. I took a long when we pulled back against the 200-day moving average initially, and then I thought we would hold the open, and we did not. I got lucky right before the turnover with the indices being up. I bought a 50 lot, and on the 15-minute turnover, the market popped sufficiently enough to get back what I was down initially on the long and pay me very nicely on the 50 lot that I added. So we ended up having a reversal bar in B. So I'm glad I got out of all of that because then we did go down and make a new low in B. In D period, I took a short against the opening, the 442 puts. And then in G, because there was no tempo going higher, I did not think we were going to make a new high in the day prior to the Fed speaking. I took a 444 put. Should have done it in H also, but I didn't. And then, like I said, I did one more play, that quick long, a 10 lot in L period, literally at the day's lows. Now, we had Tesla come out after the bell. Went down initially, but last I looked, it was trading at 950, so it doesn't look like that big a deal. We have Apple tomorrow night. It's going to be curious to see how this market reacts now after a full night of digesting what the Fed said. Our reference points, again, are very far and wide apart. So we had a $15 range today on 180 million. Can't ask for more than that. And because we have such price vacuums, the volatility will continue. Our first destination on the upside are the single prints that start at 436.36 and get filled at 437.54. Then we don't have anything to our 10 wide POC up at 440.97. That's $5.50 higher. And then today's high at 444.04. And above that, 448.06 daily high. Price vacuum. On the downside, first destination, today's low, 428.86. We're trading $6 higher than that right now. Then yesterday's low, 427.15. 426.03 afternoon pullback low from January 24th. And then 420.76 daily low. So even though the market sold off and pretty ugly finish with the double distribution days, we still did come into balance on the daily, where bigger problems will come into play is if we take out that 420.76 low, the bottom of our 4-day balance, I believe. And then quickly, on the charts, I'll just show you the daily. Remember, we have 3 days left to go in this trading month. 448.92, I forgot what it was now. Yep, 448.92 is last month's low. If we close below that, we have an outside month down. So it remains to be seen the next 3 days if they could rally and close above that. Here's your daily. We came back into balance. I'm calling it a 4-day balance because we got into Friday's range pretty good. If you want to call it a 3-day balance since we sold off, you can also do that. You could use today's high as the top of the balance and Monday's low as the bottom of it. Again, it's all whatever you would like to do. We went back and forth through the 200-day moving average only to close below it by about $10. So they're really whipping price around. But for now, the daily is in balance. Thanks for the likes and subscribing to the channel. I hope you had a good day trading. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.